Hey everybody, what's going on? We're here with a timeless reading. Okay, first card we have out is Seven of Swords. I'm seeing Seven of Swords. I'm seeing Ace of Cups. Okay, I'm just intuitively getting a vibe off of this, okay? So, Seven of Swords can be us doing something where, like, it may not be in our best interest to be doing this, right? But you see how, like, this person is going in this direction and probably, like, off to do something that's, like, not going to be helpful to them. But then it's almost like to their back, like if they weren't going in this direction, and usually like the implication of it being the Seven of Swords is like this person is basically like going to get themselves in trouble doing something. So it's like something that they're doing that is taking them in this direction. But if it's like if they chose rather to go down this path instead, I feel like because they're over here and their back is turned, it's like they're missing out on a connection or something important over here. And I mean, Ace of Cups can even be like self-love or something, you know? Like I'm doing things that are shadow related and I'm feeling worse about myself. So that's not helping my self-esteem at all. Because, you know, self-esteem is connected with esteemable acts and all of this. So whether this be connected with self-love or be connected with, like somebody coming in trying to connect with someone, it's like because they're over here trying to go into... Being in Seven of Swords is like incognito a little bit, where it's like I'm doing something that like I don't want anybody else to see right now, so it's kind of like a hiding energy. And it's like if this person would turn around and sort of be like present, they would see that the Ace of Cups is coming through to them. So you see this hand, and like Ace of Cups is like a connection of some sort, like love of some sort. So it's like if this person would just change directions, they would see that the Ace of Cups is right there. But I feel like at this point, this person may be like doing something else instead, but guides are pointing out that if they would turn around and go in this direction, like the Ace of Cups is over there. And when you see it like that, you'd think that somebody would turn around, right? But maybe this person wasn't seeing that. Like they could have just been on their own little mission over here and not realize, oh, if I turn around in this other direction, which may mean not doing that thing, which they'd be better off in the long run for that anyway. If they would just turn around, they would see that there's something over here for them. It feels like something peaceful. Like I'm seeing connection and peace be involved in this. But it's like when this person is like doing the Seven of Swords things, they're like turning their back on that. So turning their back on love, Ace of Cups, turning their back on like peace, Four of Swords, and like rest and feeling grounded and present. But this just may be like where this person is right now. I do feel like there's going to be a change in direction. I feel like this person's going to turn around for something and see this and start like moving the other way. I'm seeing Four of Wands, and I'm seeing the Knight of Pentacles. And so this can be somebody like propositioning another person. There's something having to do with a relationship here. But I'm also too seeing that there's healing that's happening too. Which makes sense because we start off with the Seven of Swords. So this can be somebody like did something that... Seven of Swords is usually like something that we do that we don't feel great about. But it all comes back to us like not being honest with ourselves about something. And so it looks like something happened within a relationship. But then I'm seeing that there's like a breaking period. Breaking meaning like a pause being put on things to address the heart space and what's going on there. And like taking the time that needs. Because I feel even like something is happening here, and a little bit further down the line, there are going to be other events that take place. But it seems like there are a couple different like segments of this cycle, because we don't really know where things are going to land. Like having the Three of Swords and then having the Wheel of Fortune kind of feels like we don't know how long it takes for a heart to heal, but we're going to figure that out. So it's sort of like where things going to press play like once we get to that point. Because somebody may want to propose something, but I'm sort of seeing there be, like, we need to address this other thing over here and sort of see where one is going to. Three of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune kind of feels like when that healing is moved through, like checking in there at that point. Because how do you know how one is going to feel before that? You know, like you have a different perspective. And so one may have a new perspective at the end of this, as this is moved forward with. So it even feels too like somebody could be like trying to make an offer right now or do something or propose something, but I'm getting that like the bigger elephant in the room needs to be addressed first and then see where the chips fall after that point. So the healing happens, like that's being worked on, that's being worked through. And then I'm seeing the Nine of Pentacles after Three of Swords and Wheel of Fortune. So that's sort of like the opportunity that we create for ourselves within our lives, because Wheel of Fortune is connected with a 7. And so it's about like luck and chance, but it's also about like which way something is going to fall or which way it's going to go. So it can be about there being like a shifting in direction, or sometimes things being out of our hands and sort of trying to figure out where things are going to land. And it can also be connected with certain efforts that we make too, of like, I can take it this way, I can take it that way. So what looks like it ends up happening is that after Wheel of Fortune, we have the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is usually somebody getting to a spot where they're like, yeah, I did the work and now I get to enjoy the benefit of that. And then I'm seeing a door open then at that point. But there could have been an offer being made before that, but like I'm seeing that, as I said before, like healing needed to be addressed first. I'm seeing this be important. So something could have even happened like almost prematurely, or like it didn't connect, or it wasn't going to work because the Three of Swords needed to be addressed first. And then we needed to see where things would go after that. Okay, yeah, I'm just seeing this be confirmed again through what I'm seeing. I'm seeing like somebody trying to open a door or make an offer, but I'm seeing that like it's almost like somebody was out of reach because they needed to be doing something over here. Like having Ace of Cups and then having Knight of Pentacles and having Ace of Wands, it can be somebody extending something to another person, being like, you want to walk through this door with me, or like you want to start this, like go through this portal with me, something like that, or begin this cycle. And having two aces here too would like generally allude to something new or being renewed, something like that. But I'm seeing it's almost like the response that the person gets is the Four of Swords. And so this means that rather than someone saying no, rather than somebody saying yes, there's like not an answer, or somebody's like, I can't give you an answer right now. It's something like that. It's like you knock and there's not a knock back. So I'm not seeing this be a yes, I'm not seeing this be a no, I'm seeing it just be like not at this time because something else is happening here. Like it's like somebody's in the like recovery room energetically, like recharging. Especially in the heart space. So like somebody has gone through something where they need to sort of like heal from this. And that's why it's not a yes, that's why it's not a no. It's just a like, I don't know what to say right now, or I can't give you an answer right now. I will say this too, like for some of you, you went through something that, I'm hearing you went through something that changed you. And I'm seeing something where there was like a need to, regardless of what happened in this situation, one of the points of it was for you to learn how to trust yourself and be honest with yourself. And I'm seeing it's something that had been taking place within a relationship. And like the outcome of something that had happened, because one may have not been trusting themselves, or they may have not been being honest with themselves. They may have been doing things that it was just like working from more of a subconscious shadow space, even if we feel like something was done to us, or vice versa. So this is like, it's like that thing happened, and then I'm seeing there be an opportunity where I don't know if it's the same person or it's a new person, because as I said before with the aces and like what I'm seeing here, it could be the same person like trying to rectify things, or it could be a new person being like, so you're not doing this anymore, but do you want to do this thing over here with me? And then I'm seeing sort of somebody not really able to give a response because they're healing from this thing. So the thing that happened over here, they're sort of like working through, they're just working through that. Looks like something too is, something's coming to terms, someone is coming to terms here with pain that happened that was associated with can we chalk it up to a lack of compatibility? A lack of reciprocity, but because of a lack of compatibility with something. There was friction because of that. So it can be like I wanted this, or I wanted to be treated like this and I was treated like that instead. I wanted this to happen, but this happened instead. And it seems again like it all happened within something going on within the relationship. So now that's being healed too. And this can also have to do with self-worth, where it's like I do have these standards and I do have these values, and that's important to me within the relationship. And so I'm learning that about myself. And like, if somebody's not treating me like that, I'm going to be honest with myself and I'm going to say like, hey, this isn't working for me, or like, I don't want to do this, you know, and be honest with oneself about that. So it's about like the reciprocity that one truly is like wanting to experience and being honest with oneself about that. But having 3 of Swords and having 6 of Pentacles, it can feel like there was a dysregulation or like an imbalance of some sort. Of like, I gave all of this and they didn't give me anything back, or I took and I felt like I never really gave them anything, you know, or maybe never gave them what they wanted. But it can be like because we want different things or because we're not compatible in that way. So it feels like just coming to terms with like the bigger picture of what was going on here. And ultimately like how we want to be treated and what we want to experience. And so then I'm seeing there, like once that progress is made, like once that's completed, I'm seeing it kind of be, we don't know where things are going to land after that point, but I am seeing the Wheel of Fortune, which kind of is like anything could happen. And it seems like, yeah, the reason why this is sort of being left in a bit of an open-ended way is because somebody's learning something very important about themselves right now and their values. And so what they learn from that is going to impact where they're going next. And that's why we can't really say, because we don't know what's going to happen at this point. And so there's sort of just like a learning and an absorbing that's happening currently. And then once that's completed, there's going to be, it seems like somebody then can give an answer. So let's also say this too. This person that's receiving an offer, right? Where you have somebody coming in and being like, hey, are you interested? Do you want this? The person that was like, I can't give you an answer right now. They couldn't give an answer right now because they needed to do their healing. But they also needed to figure something out, meaning they could have looked at that offer and been like, who knows whether that's going to resonate or not. I need to sort of come out on the other side of this and then I'll be able to tell you. So I'm seeing like that's sort of what this is about. So I don't know who you are within this. Like those of you that you're making an offer to somebody and they're not giving you an answer right now, it's because they can't, because they have to work through, like they can't give you a realistic answer. They could say something that's relative to exactly where they are right now, but that may not be where they come out on the other side of this. Like they could have a very, like the relative truth to where they are then, maybe this thing won't resonate with them. It's like they like can't judge it right now, and that's why they can't give you an answer. So if you're like waiting, if this is something worth waiting for, wait for them to move through the process and then they'll be able to give you an answer. And for those of you that you have somebody coming through saying this to you, don't feel pressured to give them an answer, because you're not going to know right now whether or not this is something that's going to vibe with you. And it seems like not knowing this and taking an offer before is what got you in that situation in the first place. So what you're basically like learning and integrating now is going to help you not get in that situation again. Because if you just looked at this and you were like, oh, a new thing, like let me just say yes to it anyway, without knowing these things, that's how you started that other cycle over there. So this is like breaking the pattern here, so you know what you're signing up for, and so you don't have to experience this thing over here again. So you know that when you give this person an answer, it's going to be like a yes or a no, but you're going to know for sure. It's going to feel like I can confidently say that. So this is what's happening here, okay? All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.